Hey everybody, I'm Logan Alec. I'm a CPA. I recently made a video about the IRS notice CP40, which is the notice that the IRS sends you to give you notice that it is going to reach out to third parties in its efforts to collect the tax debt it believes you owe them. Now, we have a comment on my CP40 video from K-Bear to Full. Hey there, I have a debt that's coming up on 10 years. Is this the reason it went to a CP40? So for those who may be wondering what's the significance of the 10 years, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that the IRS has 10 years from the date it assesses a tax to collect that tax. There may be things called tolling events that could lengthen that date, that could extend that date out, that collection statute expiration date out. But the nature of the question from K-Bear is, hey, I have a debt that's coming up on 10 years. And K-Bear, I hope you mean 10 years from the date it was assessed, right? So right now, it's 2025, right? And so I'm guessing that you're talking about maybe a 2014 tax return that you filed in maybe October of 2015, maybe got an extension, right? And as I'm recording this, it's prior to October 15, 2025. And you're saying, okay, well, I figure I filed that return in October 2015. It was probably assessed a few weeks thereafter. So now it's, 10 years after that in 2025, my tax debt's coming up. But hey, IRS just sent K-Bear a CP40. Are these two things connected? And K-Bear, I would say yes. In the Internal Revenue Manual, there's guidance the IRS gives its employees when there is a case in inventory that has an imminent CSED, basically a collection statute expiration date coming up, the date when that tax debt is dropping off coming up. And we often see the IRS get very aggressive regarding a taxpayer's tax debt when that CSED is coming up in kind of a last-ditch effort to collect that tax. And what we see with the CP40 is that, yes, it can mean that maybe they're talking to your neighbors about, oh, well, what does this guy own and what does this guy have? But usually what it means is that this is the IRS giving you notice, as required by statute, that it's going to start contacting third parties like banks, like your employer, like perhaps your customers in your business, right, who pay you money to tell them, hey, don't pay K-Bear, pay us, the IRS, right? Giving you that notice, because that notice is statutorily required. There are other notices that the IRS sends that can meet that statutory requirement as well. Sometimes they put it in there as kind of a little paragraph in other notices, like intent to levy notices. But the CP40 notice is a notice that the IRS uses to fulfill its statutory obligation to notify a taxpayer that it intends to contact third parties in its attempt to collect tax from the taxpayer. So yeah, this could be the IRS gearing up for levy action, K-Bear. If you're not in a resolution right now, if you have an imminent CSED, you're getting IRS notices you haven't seen before, buckle up. Okay, you probably need to discuss something with the IRS to get into some kind of a resolution. And this close, unless you're completely stacked, right? If there's only like a few months left on the CSED or something, there are some strategies here, right? Sometimes the strategy is to just wait because the IRS just simply will run out of time. But if they're already notifying you of these things, you probably want to get ahead of it, get into some kind of resolution with the IRS. And the first thing I would say is understand what your exact CSED date is. Right. In this kind of a situation, I would actually recommend that you give us a call for a free consultation because you do qualify for one. If you would like to take advantage of that, give us a call. Choice Tax Relief, 866-8000-TAX, 866-8000-829. Or you can go to choicetaxrelief.com, fill out the form on the website. We will reach out to you. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.